Have you been hearing people talk about ChatGPT and are just a little bit unsure as to what it is or how it works? Today, we're going to dive into this AI chatbot and we're going to learn a little bit more about what it can do. My name is Rhonda and I am with the Salem, Ohio Public Library. Now, before we start this, I do want to make it really clear that ChatGPT is still in its experimental phase, which means that you should never use it to get precise and accurate information for anything more than just having a conversation or thinking creatively or, perhaps just kind of brainstorming a little bit with it. It is still in a phase where you can't quite trust what it has to say, and not everything it says is correct. So please don't use this for any kind of medical information, or if you're looking to do like a research paper for school. There's actually been lots of instances where ChatGPT has been proven to have incorrect information. So at this point, really just if you're going to use it, make sure that you're using it just for fun and to see what it can do for you in a more creative sense. So when you first go to ChatGPT, the web address is just openai.com, or you could just go right into Google and type ChatGPT, and it'll be the first thing that comes up. You do have to register with an email address, or you have to put in your first and last name. And for some reason, it also asks for your phone number. You sort of get a verification code to show that it's really you who's doing that. I'm not quite sure why that's an important part of ChatGPT right now, but I also know that I've done it and nothing malicious has come from it. So I definitely thought it was worth exploring. And so we're going to go ahead and dive right in. So I'm going to hit this try ChatGPT. Over to the left, it shows the different chats that you have had. So since we're starting with a blank slate here, it doesn't have much on there. But at any point, if I decide I want to end one chat and start a new one, I can go ahead and do so simply by hitting the new chat feature. Right here in the middle, it gives us some examples as to what this chatbot can do. But I want to show you what it's like if you just go ahead and start typing in a conversation. So there's a lot of really cool things that you could create here. One of them is that it can definitely translate languages for you. But again, please keep in mind that this is not something that you should use for school or to help you with testing, because there's been a lot of instances where chatbot was incorrect. One of the things I did when I first started playing with this is I asked if it could teach me Dothraki, which is the language found in the Game of Thrones series. So here. And then it does take a minute or two to respond. Oh, that one was certainly pretty quick. All right, so here you see that it is just going to town. It is providing me a lot of information about Dothraki phrases, and it also will give me a little bit of extra resources if I want to continue to learn that. Okay. You can also do creative writing. So let's say we'll say Chat GPT, can you write me a poem about mustard? Now it's taken a minute. And just to give you a little bit of an idea as to what the summary of ChatGPT is. ChatGPT is an AI chatbot that uses natural language processing to create human-like conversational dialogue. The language model can respond to questions and compose various written content, including articles, social media posts, essays, code, and emails. So while we were waiting for the response, here is what ChatGPT has brought into us. Let's see. In golden fields of vibrant hue, a humble seed sprouts strong and true. Its name is whispered on the breeze. Mustard, a flavor that aims to please. So I find that pretty interesting. At some point, you can technically go ahead and have it either stop with its response. This is a new one. I actually have not seen a network error yet. But I'm going to hit this regenerate response and see what happens. Perhaps it will. Oh, look, it's giving us something a little bit different here. Okay. All right, I think that does it. All right, it completed its mission. So I do think that, of course, with any new experimental technology, there's still some bugs that need to be worked out. And so I'm not really sure what that network error one was for, because my internet's working really well. But if that's the case, you just hit that regenerate response button down at the bottom, and it will help you recreate that. So another thing that people have often used this for is to brainstorm ideas. So say you're kind of getting a creative writer's block, or perhaps you have a project that you need to kind of hash out and figure out where good starting points are. You can ask it open-ended questions. So let's say, I'm gonna say, can we brainstorm? Let's see what it says. All right. What topic or idea would you like to brainstorm about? All right, so let's say, can you help me come up with new YouTube ideas to teach technology? Give it a minute to respond. In here, it's giving me all sorts of fun ideas that I can use for some of the other YouTube videos for the library here. Okay. So there are endless amounts of questions and information that you can get from this. So I wanted to sort of just give you a quick overview of how it works. If you're interested, it is a free experimental service. And I know that it can be helpful if you are looking to do things like, if you want to learn coding, you can technically ask it to teach you coding. If there's something in particular that you're trying to learn and you can't quite figure out where to start, you can brainstorm here with ChatGPT, and it'll even offer you references. You can ask about nearby activities and places to visit and some of the best food. You can create your own chatbot, which I thought was pretty interesting. So if you ever visit a website and they have a little chat option, like a little chat bubble, and you go to it, it will a lot of times have pre-generated responses that somebody has created and put on that website to help navigate through that, with mostly with like the frequently asked questions. And so this will actually help guide you in how you can create your own chatbot and implement it into websites. There's so much more to learn about this. You can have it write a story. My fiance asked it to write a song, a heavy metal version of the Super Mario song, and it was pretty hilarious. So I really encourage you to get in here, just give it a try, see what you can find out, see if you can even outsmart it. I know a lot of people who ask it some pretty silly questions and try to outsmart ChatGPT. But overall, it really is a neat little experiment to try, and I hope that this opened your eyes up to it a little bit more. And I know it's not going to go away, and so I'm sure you're going to hear more about it later on in the future. So it's probably a good idea to at least explore a little bit now so that you're in the know of the new technology that's coming out. Okay, well, that does it for me today, and I will see you next time.